Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Student to receive tablets through Toots Foundation. Students from 3 primary schools are to benefit from a donation of tablets to support online learning through a contribution of $750,000 by the Toots Foundation to the non-profit organization Youth for Excellence, which has partnered with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information to acquire the devices. The foundation was set up in memory of the late reggae icon, Frederick Toots Hibbert. Institutions to benefit from the support are Treadlight Primary School in Clarendon, which is the parish Hibbert was born, and the Trenchtown and Windward Road Primary Schools in Kingston, which are situated in areas where the Hibbert family lived. Education Minister Favour Williams, in her remark at the check presentation ceremony held at the ministry's headquarters in Kingston on Monday, expressed gratitude for the support being provided to the country's youth. She said that the tablets will be purchased through the National Education Trust (NET) and E-Learning Jamaica Company Limited and will be distributed to the selected schools in 2022. Hibbert's daughter and Vice President of the Toots Foundation, Libba Hibbert, said the organization is happy to support the work of Youth for Excellence. They assist unselfishly in leading children positively, she noted. Founder and President of the Youth for Excellence, Jane Shepherd, said that the donation from the Toots Foundation is significant. She said that the organization has planned to support families through an agricultural education program for parents of inner-city children who lost their jobs during the pandemic. Portland businessman listed as person of interest. Detectives assigned to the Specialized Operations Branch have listed Lennon Dunkley as a person of interest. Detectives believe that Dunkley, a businessman of Portmore St. Catherine, may be able to assist them with their investigations. The police have asked that Dunkley contact detectives at the Specialized Operations Branch, located at Harman Barracks in Vineyard Town, Kingston 3, by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, December 21st, or make contact by calling 876-928-1222. MP Rodamar Crawford condemns viral gun video. Member of Parliament for Manchester Central, Rodamar Crawford, has condemned a viral video that has been circulating on social media of a man dressed in her campaign shirt brandishing what appears to be a firearm. I do not support criminality, and criminality of any sort must not be tolerated in our country and this constituency, said the JLP-affiliated MP. I also believe that illegal possession of a firearm must be dealt with the harshest possible penalties under the laws of Jamaica, she added. Speaking at the commissioning of a Wi-Fi hotspot launched through the Universal Service Fund USF, Crawford said she had sent the video to the police. I wish to put on record that immediately after receiving such a video, I sent it to the security forces, and I am making a special appeal to those who recorded the video and those who have initially circulated the video to give all the information that you have to the security forces to aid in their investigation, she said. In recent weeks, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, while addressing his party's conference, said anyone found with an illegal gun should be given the death penalty. Mild earthquake rattles Portland. Residents were left rattled by an earthquake about 3:43 Monday afternoon, followed by 2 aftershocks. WhatsApp community groups lit up with comments about the quake. Anybody else felt that earthquake? I am William Street. Yeah, 3 of them in all, 2 heavy ones and 1 small one. Yes, I felt 2 of them. Same, I was on the first floor of a building and I exited quickly. In another group, residents described hearing a rumbling sound like a truck. I felt 3 quakes at 3:45, 3:54 and 3:55 p.m. The first one caught me off guard, and I heard the sound for the second one, and it was followed by a third. Dr. Dennis Minto, who lives at Bonneville, reported. There were also reports that the shock was felt 6 miles away in Paisley Gardens. One Port Antonio resident WhatsApp voice note said it all. Hey, you see the first one? Me there I watch a movie, and me just feel like a dust a shake up from out of the ceiling, and me just feel the whole of the wall them a move. By the time me check the camera, then me feel a next one, a slight jerk. Me say no sir, and start get me car key and put on me shorts. Me just feel the next one shake the place hard. That's when everybody just raised the earthquake a gone. There were no reports of damage from the quake at this time. Update: St. Andrew businessman and spouse released on bail. The St. Andrew businessman and his wife, who were yesterday charged with several fraud-related offences, have been granted bail and given a January 6, 2021 date to appear in court. The pair, John and Donna Levy, were charged in relation to a series of incidents that unfold between February and March 2021. It is alleged that Levy illegally transferred a motor truck from a company he previously worked for to one owned by himself and his wife. While the incident was under investigation, Levy also reported the same truck stolen, knowing that it was in the custody of the police. Levy will answer to the charges of forgery, fraud as a director, conspiracy to defraud, simple larceny, and creating public mischief. His wife, Donna, was charged with conspiracy to defraud and receiving stolen property. Mother of teen attacked at party believes her daughter's alleged attackers should remain in jail until trial. The mother of Kaylin Dowdy, Venetia Buckley, is adamant that the woman accused of almost beating her daughter to death should not be granted bail. The mother expressed the view while giving an update about her daughter's condition. Kaylin has been hospitalized since last year November after she was beaten by 5 women at an illegal party off Barbican Road in St. Andrew. The 5 women have been granted bail in the sum of $1.5 million. The mother is opposed to their bail.
Pain, medication, she's so drugged up most of the time that she can't stay awake. For my part, they should at least be behind bars until she comes out of the hospital. So when she gets out, you get out. How can a person have 9 cardiac arrests, multiple septic seasons, and, seizures, on the brink of death? 1% chance of survival, that alone should say something.
In terms of the severity of what happened to her.
Exactly. And these people are out from the get-go on bail, walk up and down at parties, doing everything normally, while my child is still suffering. That is ludicrous. That is my view. That's madness. So what am I supposed to do in the meantime? They can run away, they can leave, they can go anywhere at any point in time. How do you keep track of them? When the whole of them go on banana boat and gone, what do? I have to beg. That's another aspect of it. My life has now resorted to being a beggar. I do try to make my little hustling and do my little cake thing, but my whole life now have to turn to begging because I cannot afford it.
3 escape injury in Manchester crash. 3 men narrowly escaped serious injuries following a 2-vehicle crash on the Winston Jones Highway on the outskirts of Mandeville yesterday. When reporters arrived at the crash scene, the 3 men sought to explain how the accident happened. Reports are that about noon, a Toyota Altis taxi was traveling downhill when a Toyota Crusader traveling in the opposite direction attempted to turn into the entrance of Grant's Welding and Mechanic Shop. "Me a come down the hill and the car suddenly turned upon me," the taxi driver reported. The 2 occupants of the taxi said that they were in shock as the incident happened. "We literally hung up in the car," said the passenger. However, the driver of the Crusader blamed the taxi operator for the crash. "Me a turn and the car come down upon me," he said. Shaw commissions Liquor Park solar-powered pump station into operation. The Liquor Park district of St. Elizabeth now has a newly commissioned solar-powered pump station that will benefit 390 farmers within the area. Implemented by the National Irrigation Commission (NIC), the project comprised of a photovoltaic system utilizing 600 solar panels along with two 100-kilowatt inverters. Located on 1.5 acres of land, the pump station will be able to self-generate 37% of the energy required for the pump facility. With this upgrade, the NIC's annual electricity bill from the Jamaica Public Service Company Limited is projected to reduce by 20% or $9 million. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Audley Shaw said at the commissioning ceremony for the project on Thursday, December 16. The solar project is expected to provide significant support to agricultural production within the Local Park area, as the farmers will now have greater and more reliable access to water. An additional two-phase of the project will come on stream shortly, geared at increasing the total capacity at the pump station to 350 kilowatts. The system is designed to withstand Category 4 hurricane wind pressures and is aimed at utilizing renewable energy to reduce water production cost. This is the third NIC pump facility to be retrofitted, joining the Bengal Pump Station in Trelawney and Ebony Park in Clarendon. We want agriculture to rebound as one of the top industries in Jamaica, and it is projects like this one at Local Park F3 Pump Station that will facilitate the recovery of the sector, Shaw explained. The Agriculture Minister added that as the issue of climate change becomes more widespread, decisive actions need to be taken in the area of energy systems that are being utilized. This, he said, is in line with the government's commitment to developing and implementing policies and systems to mitigate the impacts of climate crisis and maximizing usage of renewable energy. Hart NSTA Trust Chairman steps down, insists he acted in an honorable and transparent manner as chairman. Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Hart NSTA Trust, Edward Gabidon, has stepped down while insisting that during his tenure, he conducted the business of the trust with highest level of transparency. Questions have been raised in the public domain recently about the relationship between a company Gabidon is the chief executive officer of and the Hart NSTA Trust. Gabidon tendered his resignation to Prime Minister Andrew Holness yesterday, while noting that the company Syncon has been doing credible business with Hart for well over a decade across successive administrations and prior to his service as chairman of the board of the NSTA Trust. In his resignation letter to the Prime Minister, Gabidon said during a recent debate in Parliament, a report submitted to the PAAC was referred and quoted a statement attributed to attorney at Hart NSTA Trust. The attorney was reportedly quoted as saying, "To date, I have not been furnished with a copy of the Declaration of the Interest, nor have I sight of the same. Given that I am not the keeper of the records with respect to the Board of Directors, it would not be within my purview to hand the same nor confirm whether the trust is in receipt of a copy from the chairman. I am therefore not in a position to comment on the scope that said declaration covers." According to Mr. Gabidon, that statement was subsequently used to suggest and assert that he did not declare interest in a company with which he is associated with. But Gabidon says that it is not true and supplied the Prime Minister with documentary evidence, which he noted is evidence of his declaration of interest in Syncon. Mr. Gabidon says the facts are that Syncon, of which he is the chief executive officer, has been doing business with the government of Jamaica across administrations and specifically with Hart NSTA Trust for more than a decade and ongoing basis. Mr. Gabidon further stated that on accepting appointment to the board of Hart NSTA Trust in 2018, out of a desire to serve my country, he fulfilled the requirement to declare affiliation and interest. Mr. Gabidon told the Prime Minister that the value of the procurements, including Hart and Syncon, were below the threshold which were required board approval. Gabidon says, therefore, he would have not been called up on to make any decisions regarding contracting with the company. Mr. Gabidon says additionally, he was not a member of the procurement subcommittee of the board and would not have participated in any decision regarding procurement at that level. During his letter to the Prime Minister, Gabidon said Syncon is a 27-year-old industry leader in technology, and in many instances, the company provides products and services for vendors that require specialized and specific certification and training to implement. He noted that the specific procurement around which a query was raised was aborted and not issued. The former Heart NSTA Trust chairman also rejected suggestions he may have influenced Hart's award of contract to his company. He says when query was made concerning the long-term relationship between Sincon and Hart, he removed himself to allow the transparent examination of the issue. Gabidan says all procurement guidelines were adhered to by the organization. The former Hart NSTA Trust chairman told the Prime Minister that his motivation to serve was to give back to my country and to create opportunities for young persons to get access to training and character development. Mr. Gabidan also offered a reason for his resignation. He told the Prime Minister that looking at the bigger picture and not wanting to become a distraction from the important work that the board is undertaking at Hart NSTA Trust and having regard to certain changes in his personal circumstances, he wishes to now advise that he will not be available to continue serving the board of the Hart NSTA Trust. Mr. Gabidan says again he wishes to express his gratitude for the opportunity to serve Jamaica, which is an invaluable expression of confidence in him. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.